was it that you made again in the last 45 days?
It was, I would say, around nearly 5,000.
Yeah. Okay, and how, like, what was your parents' reaction?
I'm going to be a sales manager and I'll be earning like, 50K, 20K. And he was like, this the new Sara.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Free kura diyo bhani people don't see the value. So that's why I stuck a price point in there. Price point halne bittikai feri मान्छेहरु are like, oh, scam, you're just doing it, selling a course, this and that.
Awareness चाहिँ एकदम इम्पोर्टेन्ट छ किन मान्छेहरूलाई थाहा नै छैन अहिले पनि मैले कसैलाई भन्छु नि लाइक ओके आम अपोइन्टमेन्ट सेटिङ हुन्छ नि म डायलिङ काम गरिरहेको छु नि लाइक वाट इज द्याट हुन्छ नि आइडियै छैन कि कति धेरै अपर्च्युनिटिज छ कति धेरै कुरा छ अनि दिस इज जस्ट वान अफ द अपर्च्युनिटिज होइन अनि इभन इफ युर लाइक सेयिङ लाइक इट्स अ स्क्याम इट्स नट गोना वर्क इफ युर नट गिभिङ इट अ ट्राई युर गोना स्टे वेयर यु आर.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So as I say, I have a different sort of video lined up for you guys. So today I have a special guest, Priyasha, who has been pretty much one of my first, or in fact the first student Scale Pro Nepal ma. And we're just gonna have a normal general chit chat in terms of, how she got started, usko background, and we'll just take each conversation from there as well. So Priyasha, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me, for making this video. मैले चाहिँ हामीले पहिल्यै कुरा गर्थ्यौँ यो भिडियो बनाउने भनेर है.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited because मलाई चाहिँ धेरैजनाले सोध्नुहुन्छ DMsहरूमा people that I know or even that I don't know of. अनि सबैजनाले चाहिँ कस्तो हो Scale Pro हुन्छ नि how did you start कति धेरै क्वेसन्सहरू हुन्छ क्या so I think this will help them a lot and I think sharing my journey is also very important.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, first of all, who is Priyasha? Before, let's leave high ticket sales out of the equation. Anna. Like, who is Priyasha? What were you doing before high ticket sales?
I am just a normal 23-year-old college student. I'll be graduating soon. अनि बिफोर स्केल प्रो चाहिँ म नर्मल जब नै गर्थेँ जस्तो स्पेसली मार्केटिङमा म चाहिँ कन्टेन्ट क्रिएसन गर्थेँ डिफ्रेन्ट ब्रान्ड्सहरूको लागि आई स्टार्टेड देयर नै अनि त्यही नै हो मोस्टली मार्केटिङमा सेल्समै थिएँ म बट या आई मिन आई वाज जस्ट एन अर्डिनरी गर्ल स्टडिङ कलेज त्यति मात्र हो मेरो.
Yeah. What were you studying again?
I was studying BBA.
Yeah.
Ani Kathmandu University ma, and I was doing major in marketing.
Okay. And how did you hear about Scale Pro Nepal? Kineki aba मैले यो launch गरेको भनेको नि it's been like since March, first week of March, I think, like officially launch गरेको. So how did you hear about it? किनकि मैले त्यस्तो साह्रो marketing त गरेको थिएन नि त. So I'm curious like how you heard about Scale Pro Nepal and what got you into it as well.
So फर्स्टमा चाहिँ मैले एड देखेको थिएँ होइन अनि अभियसली फर समथिङ लाइक दिस हुन्छ नि सबैजनाको माइन्डमा एउटा स्टेरियोटाइप हुन्छ नि अब यस्तो एड भन्ने बित्तिकै इट मस्ट बी अ स्क्याम हुन्छ नि इट्स नट ट्रु भनेर अनि मैले चाहिँ त्यति धेरै वास्ता बट आई डिड टेक अ स्क्रिनसट दो तर मैले चाहिँ त्यति धेरै वास्ता गरेको थिएन बट लेटर अन लरिसा दिदी पोस्टेड इट अन हर स्टोरी. And I think Larsha Didi is someone who is very credible to me. So I was like, okay, if she's posting this, then that means it's very genuine. I can try this one.
Shout out to Larissa if you're watching this.
So that's how I found out. And I immediately filled the form that was there. And this which I got your call.
Yeah.
So, that's all.
Amazing. And how did you find the process as well? Like before you got into and Scale Pro Nepal, like obviously you had a discussion with, did you talk with me or was it through Mona?
No, with you.
All right, okay, got you. So overall timro experience चाहिँ कस्तो भइरहेछ त अहिले like Scale Pro Nepal ma from starting and where you are right now. We'll go into like how much you're making etc in a bit तर like सुरुमा चाहिँ like how did you find it?
So firstमा genuinely भन्नु पर्दाखेरि चाहिँ it was very confusing to me because completely new industry ho मैले सुनेको थिएन. When you mentioned about closing and appointment setting, I was like maybe it's something like sales representation हुन्छ नि त्यही नै गर्ने होला जस्तो मैले भनेको पनि थिएँ कलमा होइन यही हो भनेर तर completely new थियो मेरो लागि हो. अनि even before getting in, to be honest, I was like taking a break from everything because I have always been someone who's up for anything. I just have to do something. I'm very kind of like workaholic. For the past few months, 2-3 months, चाहिँ भएको थियो जस्तो लाग्यो अनि मैले चाहिँ ब्रेक नै लिएको थिएँ कि लाइक टेकिङ अ स्टेप ब्याक and seeing what's actually right for me rather than just jumping from one job to another हुन्छ नि सो मैले ब्रेक लिइरहेको थिएँ अनि यसमा आउँदाखेरि पनि स्केलमा फर्स्टमा आउँदाखेरि आई वाज भेरी कन्फ्युज के हो यस्तो लाइक टर्म्सहरू युज गर्नुहुन्थ्यो तपाईँहरूले म चाहिँ लाइक आई डोन्ट नो वाट दिस मिन्स हुन्छ नि के हो जस्तो भइरहेको थियो तर बिस्तारै वान बाई वान लाइक क्लासेस वाइज चाहिँ अलिअलि इट्स मोर अबाउट लाइक गेटिङ इन टु द सिस्टम हुन्छ नि फर्स्टमा कसरी यो सिस्टम बुझ्ने हाउ इट वर्क्स हुन्छ नि यो सबै गर्ने चाहिँ अलिकति टाइम चाहिँ लाग्यो बट आई थिङ्क द्याट वान मोमेन्ट वर आई वाज लाइक आई हेभ टु वर्क रियली हार्ड वाज ड्युरिङ अ फर्स्ट मिटअप त्यो बेलामा चाहिँ
And त्यो बेला चाहिँ guys like मैले that was pretty much I think that was the first ever live event that I did do Nepalma.
Yeah.
अनि I was like not a lot of people as well. Only कति 10 to 12 वटा आउनु भएको थियो जस्तो लाग्यो. अनि yeah, because it was my first one, like I was low key a little bit nervous because I hadn't done it before. But it's like one of those things. Alikiti once you start getting the rhythm of it, then it just it's easy flowing. But yeah, like how did you find the first live event as well?
Well, it was scary for me because सबैजना यस्तो राम्रो हुनुहुन्थ्यो, especially like Mona and Mohit, they were so outstanding with whatever they were doing हुन्छ नि अनि हामीले रोल प्लेजहरू पनि गरेको थियो त्यति बेला अनि I couldn't speak because मलाई एकदमै बिकज आइ एम भेरी इन्ट्रोभर्ट होइन म धेरै बोल्दिनँ अनि त्यो पनि एउटा भयो अनि आई डोन्ट नो आई जस्ट फेल लाइक ओके देयर सो मच अहेड अफ मी हुन्छ नि आई निड टु स्टेप अप लाइक यस्तो त हुँदैन हुन्छ नि मसँगै नै हो लाइक क्लास लिने मसँगै गरेर आएकोहरूले चाहिँ यति राम्रो गरिरहनु भएको छ अनि मैले चाहिँ लाइक आई क्यान नट इभन स्पिक प्रपरली हुन्छ नि आई क्यान नट क्लोज जस्तो भयो अनि आई थिङ्क द्याट वाज द डे आई वाज लाइक ओके आई निड टु do something.
Yeah.
I need to work harder भनेको चाहिँ त्यो दिनबाट चाहिँ हो.
Yeah, like when you first, when we did that role play as well, सुरुमा, obviously तिम्रो confidence नि त्यस्तो थिएन नि त, but one thing that I really liked about you was like, even though तिमी confident नभए नि, if you didn't know or if you didn't know how to handle the objections, you was like, I'm up for it खालको क्या. Like whether regardless if I'm not going to do well, I'm going to try it anyway halko mentality and you still have that now. So I think that's the reason why where you're at right now, okay? You're like a go-getter as well, and that separates from a lot of people neither, because people just say yeah I'll do it but they don't actually do it, where you're like an example of an action taker as well. So how did you find your first role play? Like talk me through what was going through your mind when you was doing like your role plays, handling objections suruma chai.
Yeah, I mean it was scary like I said huncha ni kina bhandakeri closing it is not something very like rainbows and sunshine huncha ni you get thrown any kind of question huncha ni je pani bhanirako huncha मान्छेहरुले अनि फर्स्ट मा चाहिँ I was like okay this is so हुन्छ नि के भने कस्तो स्ट्रेट फरवर्ड हुन्छ नि इट्स सो रिजिड बिकज आई युज टु थिङ्क लाइक सेल्समा चाहिँ मान्छेलाई फकाउने हो हुन्छ नि लाइक ओके त्यो पनि हुन्छ तर इट्स मोर लाइक यु हेभ टु बी असर्टिभ भनेर चाहिँ रियलाइज भयो किनभने मेरो अहिले पनि सुन्दाखेरि भोइस एकदमै सफ्ट छ विच आई नो हुन्छ नि अलिकति स्लो बोल्ने बानी छ अनि त्यसपछि त्यो बेला चाहिँ अलिकति स्क्यारी भएको थियो कि ओ माई गॉड हाउ एम आई सपोज टु डु इट लाइक इफ पिपल आर एक्चुली लाइक द्याट ड्युरिङ अ क्लोजिङ कल होइन म कसरी डिल गर्ने जस्तो चाहिँ भएको थियो तर आई थिङ्क नाउ आइ एम लाइक मोर युज टु इट सिन्स आई हेभ बिन वर्किङ अन इट सो
या एक्ज्याक्टली लाइक बाहिरबाट हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ it looks very simple ni ta na sales ke like orally boleko is like yeah I can do it, but when you actually start doing it yourself then there's a lot of moving parts. You have to play your cards correctly as well, and it's like you have to have multiple brains just to get sales man. Like you have to be, like I always say, like 2 steps ahead. You have to know what your prospect is going to say before you even ask that question so like तिमी अहिले भएको what since March, so it's been like कति भयो तिमी अहिले हाम्रो प्रोग्राममा भएको it's been 6 months maybe
बढी नै भइसक्यो I think
so तिम्रो एक्सपिरियन्समा चाहिँ because of course there are going to be a lot of Nepaliहरू हैन that are going to be watching this video so just give them like a brief explanation of what high ticket sales is, appointment setter, closer, just from your point of view.
So for me, high ticket sales is what मैले कसरी हेर्छु भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ it's like a way of helping people. किन भन्दाखेरि offer नै त्यही अनुसार हुन्छ नि त. जस्तो for example, if you're working for like an online fitness coach, they're basically helping people, होइन. So even with appointment setting and closing, it's like helping them out हुन्छ नि, to figure out what they need to do. So high ticket sales in more into like technical aspect मा हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ I don't know how to explain this on.
Yeah, like you can just talk me through like what is an appointment setter and what is a closer.
Okay, so you see there is an offer. For example, there's like I said, an online fitness coach. अनि उसको चाहिँ एउटा program छ. For example, एउटा 3 महिनाको program छ, which costs like 5,000 USD to get in, and then for 3 months, you know, they're gonna help you lose maybe 10 kgs or 15 kgs. You know, so appointment setting is like the first step of you know, helping them get in. And then you are the first person that the prospects you know, talk to, and you're basically talking to them through the जसको offer हो, जो चाहिँ जसले गरिरहेछ उसकै अकाउन्टबाट कुरा गरिरहेको हुन्छ ऊ बनेर, होइन. अनि त्यसपछि त्यसमा चाहिँ you are going to talk to them about just basically helping them, you know, asking them about their journey, their situation, and why are they here, होइन. अनि उनीहरूलाई चाहिँ एउटा उनीहरूलाई आफै सेल्फ रिफ्लेक्सन जस्तो गराउने हो अपोइन्टमेन्ट सेटिङ भनेको चाहिँ, होइन. जस्ट टु सो देम वेयर दे आर भनेर. अनि त्यो गरिसकेपछि चाहिँ यु जस्ट बेसिकली बुक अ कल वान्स दे आर, यु नो, रेडी फर, यु नो, गेटिङ इन एन्ड एभ्रिथिङ. त्यो चाहिँ एउटा अपोइन्टमेन्ट सेटिङ भयो. अनि क्लोजिङ भनेको चाहिँ द पर्सन द्याट बुक द कल गोज टु द क्लोजर. अनि क्लोजरसँग गएपछि चाहिँ दे बेसिकली कन्भिन्स देम वाइ दिस अफर इज राइट फर देम एन्ड हाउ इट्स गन हेल्प देम, यु नो, भ्याल्यू देखाउने. अनि yeah, just signing them up. So that's like appointment setting and closing.
Yeah, exactly. So like Priyasha mentioned as well, like appointment setting bhaneko cha basically regardless if you're a setter or if you're a closer or a dialer, you're basically a sales rep, हैन. अनि you're just working on behalf of the coach, the client. And if you're a appointment setter, then you're just qualifying individuals via the DMs, Instagram ma or TikTok ma. And once you qualify them, then you just book in a call, and that's it. That's literally what you do as an appointment setter. And closer, let's say you just jump on sales calls. So that's really it. It's pretty simple, but when you're actually doing it, it's more complicated than it seems. But in a nutshell, it's pretty much that. So just a bit about yourself, Priyasha. So Timi 6 months भयो, like talk me through your first offers that you worked in and the current offers that you're working in right now, just from like the beginning stage. Like how did you land that offer? How did you feel when you landed that offer and when you made your first like paycheck from your offers as well?
So starting off, मैले चाहिँ फर्स्टमा आउटरिच गर्ने मलाई गाह्रो भइरहेको थियो because I didn't know if I was ready, हुन्छ नि, कसरी गर्ने के गर्ने. But you convinced me like, okay, you're ready, you need to start outreaching भनेर. अनि I did outreach. So दिनमा चाहिँ I used to do 30 to 40 on average भनौँ न. त्यसरी outreach गर्थेँ through Instagram, through Facebook, through anything that I got, हुन्छ नि, outreach गर्न थालेँ. अनि I was very lucky that I got one interview in just 2 days of outreaching, होइन, फर्स्टमा चाहिँ. अनि so it was of an online fitness coach which was USA based, होइन. अनि मलाई चाहिँ उसले I really like your energy, everything about you is great भनेर चाहिँ कलमा गएँ म चाहिँ, होइन. अनि the call was I think बिहानको 3:55 AM मा थियो त्यो बेलामा. I still remember. अनि म बिहानै उठेर रेडी भएर चाहिँ कलमा गएँ. अनि सबै थोक ठिक थियो, लाइक हुन्छ नि, एभ्रिथिङ वेन्ट वेल. तर उसले चाहिँ मलाई के भन्यो भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ युएस बेस्ड भएको भएर चाहिँ मलाई तिमीलाई सुपरभाइज गर्न पनि गाह्रो हुन्छ, होइन. अनि यता यस्तै भन्न थाल्यो. अनि आई वाज लाइक ओके फाइन, लाइक दिस इज जस्ट वान अफ द इन्टरभ्युज भनेर चाहिँ मैले त्यस्तो धेरै लाइक फोकस चाहिँ गरिनँ. एन्ड आई मुभड अन, आई स्टार्टेड आउट रिचिङ. अनि I think after a few days I landed this interview with Airbnb coach. So he was also from USA, but he didn't have like the strict time to work on and anything until उसले चाहिँ मलाई चाहिँ I think he was also very new to this industry के अनि I was probably his first appointment setter अनि उसले चाहिँ मलाई hire गर्यो होइन like इन्टरभ्यूमा बस्यो अनि he was very enthusiastic पनि अनि म काम गरिरहेको थिएँ तर त्यसमा चाहिँ मोस्टली आउटबाउन्ड हुन्थ्यो कि सो बेसिकली आउटबाउन्डिङमा चाहिँ अब मैले चाहिँ इन्स्टाग्रामको कमेन्ट्सहरूबाट आउटरिच गरिरहेको हुन्थेँ कति गर्थेँ अनि इट वाज भेरी हेक्टिक अनेस्टली आउटबाउन्डिङ इज एकदमै गाह्रो होइन त्यो पनि मैले गरेँ होइन त्यो चाहिँ तर वान अफ द ड्रब्याक्स आई थिङ्क द्याट एनी वान हुज स्टार्टिङ आउट विथ अपोइन्टमेन्ट सेटिङ अर क्लोजिङ हुज गेटिङ इन टु द इन्डस्ट्री सुड नो इज कि जुन अफरमा चाहिँ सेल्स म्यानेजर छैन एउटा प्रपर सेल्स टिम छैन इट्स गोइङ टु बी रियली हार्ड हुन्छ नि इट्स गोइङ टु बी भेरी कन्फ्युजिङ होइन किनभने त्यो अफरमा पनि इट वाज जस्ट द कोच होइन अरू कोही पनि थिएन अनि त्यसपछि he was so inactive हुन्छ नि अनि मलाई रिप्लाई नै गर्दैन थियो अनि मेरो पेमेन्ट ड्यू भइसकेको थियो पेमेन्ट पनि नगरिदिने अनि त्यस्तो भइरहेको थियो अनि आई थिङ्क द्याट वाज लाइक अ लेसन फर मी हुन्छ नि त्यो अफर चाहिँ एट द एन्ड लाइक आई डिड गेट द मनी बट इट वाज भेरी लाइक हेक्टिक हुन्छ नि त्यो मेन्टली टर्चर नै गरे जस्तो लाइक वाइ इज दिस पर्सन नट रियाक्टिभ हुन्छ नि त्यस्तो हुने रहेछ सो इट्स लाइक अ लेसन फर यु गाइज एज वेल इफ युआर स्टार्टिङ आउट सो मेक श्योर द्याट दे हेभ अ सेल्स टिम अ सेल्स म्यानेजर द्याट क्यान हेल्प यु आउट सो द्याट्स माई फर्स्ट अफर द्याट आई वर्क इन सो नेक्स्ट अफर चाहिँ इट्स e-com offer which I'm currently working in right now. So यो चाहिँ मैले डायलिङ गरेको हो होइन अनि how did I land भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ it was because of Abish himself. So he helped me out like he was a closer in that offer अनि त्यसपछि त्यहाँ डायलर चाहिनै रहेको थियो अनि I did get an interview तर honestly interview चाहिँ अलिकति त्यस्तो सोचेको जस्तो राम्रो चाहिँ भएको थिएन होइन सो अनि I think it's also because e-com is completely new platform for me मलाई थाहा नै थिएन यस्तो पनि हुन्छ like drop shipping Shopify हुन्छ नि I had no idea and त्यसपछि but the sales manager was really good he was very enthusiastic and he reached out to me again and yeah, I landed the role and I'm working there.
Yeah, exactly. And like you mentioned earlier as well, like at the end of the day, sales rep boy, so you are an asset to the organization that you're going to be working with, Nita. You know, they need you as much as you need them,
yeah?
So as much as they want to qualify you, you also have to qualify them and make sure that they are the right fit for you as well. Because you don't want to be like ultimately wasting your time, Nita, because you spend a lot of hours, like whether if it's outreaching or taking sales calls, and if they don't have like a proper system in place, then you don't want to waste your time.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
That's also a very good point, like to the viewers that are going to be watching this, is any point that you're going to be doing outreaching, like just make sure they have a correct system in place. Like sales managers छैन भने नि अफर्सहरू राम्रो नै हुन्छ तर you just have to be very careful, especially in this space. Like there are a lot of scammers out there as well, so you really have to do your due diligence as well.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, I've learned my lesson. And so, when you're outreaching, you become really desperate for an interview, for getting into the role, and you just forget that interview ko bela ma sodne qualify garne because balla interview pako huncha jasto huncha so first match I didn't qualify, but second match I asked like my fair share of questions as well. So I think that's like a lesson.
Exactly, like that's the key important part as well. Like asking a lot of questions, kinegi not only you'll get to understand more about their offer, but it also gives you that credibility as well, and it makes you seem like you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And the one mistake that I also see people make is like they rush into doing outreach. Like as human beings, we're very impatient, Nitana, and we want to get money as soon as possible. So the one thing that I liked about you was like you didn't just rush straight into outreaching. You educated yourself first, then you started doing outreaching. Whereas there's people that, like in the free community as well, like they haven't even trained themselves up and they're doing outreaching, and then they're sending me DMs like, how do I do this? How do I do that? And I just tell them, Paila say like, educate yourself first, and then Like you can start doing outreaching on it.
Yeah, it's very important. I mean, I think धेरैजनालाई चाहिँ के लाग्छ भन्दाखेरि मेन्टरसिप जोइन गरेपछि इट्स लाइक holding your hand हुन्छ नि they're just gonna give you everything and you just need to do everything that they tell you to do तर it's very important that you also work on it हुन्छ नि किन भन्दाखेरि अब मैले पनि आई थिङ्क आफै नै रिसर्च राम्ररी नगरेको भए हुन्छ नि मेहनत नगरेको भए आई डोन्ट थिङ्क आई वुड हेभ बिन एबल टु ल्यान्ड अ रोल सो इट्स भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट आई थिङ्क यो चाहिँ मैले अब कसरी भन्ने धेरैवटा डिएम्स आइरहेको हुन्छ कि लाइक डज इट वर्क भनेर होइन सो आई थिङ्क इट वर्क्स बट इट सुड गोज
it's both ways, right? मान्छेहरूले चाहिँ like you mentioned, like they think, oh, म mentorship join गरेँ, now I'm gonna make money, होइन?
Yeah,
It's not like that. Like mentorship भनेको is a guide, होइन? It's a guidance. Like basic example for myself, I'm there to make sure that you don't make the same mistakes as I made, okay?
Yeah.
And people just think like, okay, my mentorship join गरेँ, I'm gonna make it. I don't need to put a lot of effort into it, but that's not the case. Like for example, basketball coach, football coachहरू हुन्छ नि. Like they're there to make that football player the best that they can be, होइन?
Yeah.
Because अब कोचहरू नि ओल्ड बुढो हुन्छ नि त होइन अनि it's just like an example, okay? Like they're just there to guide you and make sure that you don't make any costly mistakes.
Yeah, I mean it's basically like school, okay? Schoolमा सिकाउँछ यस्तो गर भनेर तर they're not going to be 24/7 with you हुन्छ नि holding your hand तिमी यो गर यो practice गर भनेर न I think you definitely told us to do role plays हुन्छ नि connect with each other अनि यो गर भनेर you did tell us होइन so it's really important that we do it होइन यो गर्नुपर्छ आफैले पनि गर्नुपर्छ भनेर चाहिँ हुनुपर्छ अदरवाइज आई डोन्ट थिङ्क इट्स गन वर्क
एक्ज्याक्टली त्यही त अनि लेट्स टक अबाउट your first paycheck. Like how did you feel when you landed your first paycheck from like whether if it's setting or dialing, like how did you feel? Were you like, oh, this you can actually make money from this?
Yeah,
because obviously before you actually make money you're still in that phase where you're figuring it out. So when you did land your money, were you like, okay, like this actually works, Khalga? Or were you like, oh, I was expecting this anyway?
No, I mean, like I said, like first offer to Airbnb coach, it was very confusing. And suddenly, like he didn't even reply for like a week or something. And then I say, एकदमै कन्फ्युज थिएँ क्या ओके आई थिङ्क आई गट स्क्याम्ड आई डोन्ट थिङ्क दिस इज गन वर्क भनेर मलाई कति टाइमसम्म भएको थियो कि त्यस्तो अनि एक दिन चाहिँ ऱ्यान्डमली डिसाइडेड टु लाइक टेक्स्ट मी एन्ड हुन्छ नि हप अन अ कल लाइक यस्तै अनि त्यसपछि आई टोल्ड हिम लाइक यु नो इट्स अलरेडी टाइम हुन्छ नि द्याट यु निड टु पे मी भनेर मैले डिरेक्टली भनेको थिएँ बिकज आई वाज वर्किङ होइन अनि त्यसपछि इट वाजन्ट अ लट फर्स्ट पे चेक चाहिँ बिकज बेसिकली इट वाज आउट बाउन्डिङ अनि त्यसले गर्दाखेरि धेरै भएको चाहिँ थिएन सो फर्स्ट पे चेक वाज जस्ट $200 विच इज अभियसली अ लट नेपालमा हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ धेरै नै हो जस्तो लाग्छ
How long did it take you to make that 200?
Oh, not 200. I think it was 250.
How long did it take you to make 250?
I think 2 weeks. Not more than that. 2 weeks नै हो. 2 weeks पनि I think 1 week नै हो त्यो चाहिँ.
I think तिमीले when we spoke, I think 1 week थियो होला.
Yeah, 1 week. 1.5, like 1 week. So त्यही भएको थियो होला. अनि wasn't a lot, but it was something.
Yeah, exactly. At the end of the day, like high ticket sales ma, you don't need any upfront cost to get started on a website build gonna pardina. You're just building on yourself at the end of the day. Everything that you make is your own profit. And the one thing that I do really love about high ticket sales, and I'm a big advocate of it, is like regardless of what you do in high ticket sales, like in the future, if you're like a big ambitious person that want to do big in life, sales the jasari bhani chahincha ni ta हैन. So like any billionaire, multimillionaire, you ask like what would you do if you were to start again, almost like 10 times out of 10 they will say sales. So it's just like a number one fundamental skill that if you grasp it now, then it just helps you in the future regardless, and it sets you up for success. So yeah, that's why I love sales, and that's why I got into it myself as well.
Sales, I think I was in sales पहिला पनि हुन्छ नि because I was in content creation and I also had like my own small business, by the way.
Oh, really? What was it in?
It was like a small jewelry brand that I opened for myself. and which didn't really work out किन भन्दाखेरि मार्केट एकदमै स्याचुरेटेड छ त्यसको चाहिँ होइन अनि अब आफै बनाउँछु भन्दाखेरि पनि इट्स रियली हार्ड इन नेपाल हुन्छ नि किनभने कस्ट यति हाई हुन्छ नि मेरो प्याकेजिङको कस्ट नै इट वाज हायर देन द products that I had, so it wasn't just like worth it नै लागेन कि यो वर्क गर्छ कि गर्दैन के हो जस्तो भयो अनि आई ह्याड टु वर्क लाइक 24/7 त्यसमै कि यति मेहनत गऱ्यो अनि आउटकम चाहिँ छैन सो
हाउ डु यु थिङ्क लाइक तिम्रो सेल्स एबिलिटिज was that before you got into high ticket sales and where you're at right now? Like how much improvement do you think you've made like throughout the period within, because 6 months is not a long time either, so timro ke changes dekhe timle like within yourself, like just sales in general and just as a human being in general?
So I think I feel like I've become more convincing. म पहिला बोल्नै सक्दैन थियो जस्तो लाग्छ कि अब कसैले सोध्यो भने ओके सेल दिस भन्दाखेरि म सक्न चाहिँ सक्थेँ तर नट इन लाइक सेल्समा त्यो काउन्टर क्वेसन गरेर यस्तो गरेर चाहिँ सक्दिनँ थिएँ कि बट राइट नाउ इट्स लाइक आइ एम मोर कन्फिडेन्ट I would say I can sell anything to anyone.
Yeah. It's like, sorry to cut you off. It's like now you know like the fundamentals of sales. Like every time someone is trying to sell you, you know what their like frameworks are. And you know how they're trying to sell you to. But yeah.
Yeah, it's like कस्तो भन्ने एउटा तपाईँले भन्यो फ्रेमवर्क होइन विच इज रियली इम्पोर्टेन्ट सेल्समा जस्तो फर्स्टमा प्रब्लम बुझ्ने अनि यु हेभ टु बी भेरी एम्पेथेटिक अनि त्यसपछि बल्ल यु निड टु प्रपोज अ सल्युसन त्यसरी फकाउने हो होइन सो पहिला चाहिँ I really lacked that. I used to jump straight into like selling stuff. I didn't know what it was about, understanding where they are, kina gariracha, kina airacha bhanera. So a lot of difference. Actually, पहिला मैले तपाईँलाई भनेको पनि थिएँ मेरो फाइनल सेमेस्टरमा सेल्सको कोर्स पनि थियो कि अनि त्यो बेलामा चाहिँ मलाई प्रोफेसरले पढाउँदाखेरि नि अबाउट क्लोजिङ अबाउट सेल्स पिच मलाई पहिले थाहा भइसकेको थियो कि ओके आई अलरेडी नो दिस आई अलरेडी नो दिस आम अलरेडी वर्किङ अन इट जस्तो लाग्थ्यो कि सो आई थिङ्क लाइक यु सेड 6 months इज नट अ लट अफ टाइम बट getting into this mentorship and getting into this industry has taught me like 6 months is a really long time to learn a lot of things just like that. धेरै नै टाइम हो किनभने मैले धेरै कुरा सिकिसकेँ धेरै कुरा चेन्ज भइसक्यो सो
exactly अनि I think like the one common mistakes people make or just sales rep in general makes like they actually try to sell the product. They don't like to talk about what the other person's situation is. For example, your coffee is like this coffee right here. People just sell the coffee, whereas a good sales rep would sell the feeling of the coffee, what the feeling of the person will get after purchasing this coffee or drinking this coffee. So to all the viewers, don't try and sell the product. Just try and sell the feeling, try and sell the results, Kalga.
It's very important.
Exactly. Ani like timro after landing your role in the ecom ko offer ma like what was your mom's, your family members' reaction when obviously you made 5,000 USD, right? Like how much was it that you made again in the last 45 days?
It was, I would say, around nearly 5,000.
Okay, and how like what was your parents' reaction when you obviously made that money? Because before this, have you ever made like this sort of amount before?
No, not at all. Not even close to this. So मैले चाहिँ फर्स्टमा भन्दाखेरि मैले यस्तो यस्तो गर्न लागेको सो फर्स्ट रोल ल्यान्ड गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ इट वाज भेरी कन्फ्युजिङ लाइक आई सेड सो यो इकम अफर जोइन गरेपछि फर्स्ट आउन लागेको बेलामा चाहिँ दे वरन्ट भेरी कन्भिन्स्ड कि अनि मैले मेरो ड्याडलाई भनेको थिएँ कि यस्तो यस्तोबाट त्यति कमाउँछ अनि आई टोल्ड देम लाइक पछि गएर आई एम गोइङ टु बी अ सेल्स म्यानेजर एन्ड आई विल बी अर्निङ लाइक 50K 20K एन्ड ही वाज लाइक त्यस्तो नि हुन्छ र he was so shocked like त्यस्तो त हुँदैन हुन्छ नि नो वे बिकज मान्छेलाई थाहा नै छैन नि त अभियसली यस्तो पनि हुनसक्छ भनेर होइन बिकज स्पेसली लाइक नेपालमा बसेर कसैले म 20K कमाउँछु 50K कमाउँछु भन्यो भने त दे आर गोइङ टु बी लाइक ओके युर इन्सेन युर आइदर लाइक लाइङ अर you
Yeah.
actually do, I don't know.
Yeah.
पत्याउँदैन मान्छेहरूले, सो पत्याउनु चाहिँ भएको थिएन, लाइक यस्तो हुन्छ, यस्तो इन्डस्ट्री छ. अनि दे वर लाइक भेरी स्केप्टिक बिकज मैले अलरेडी कलेज पढिरहेको छु होइन, आइएम गोइङ टु बी ग्रेजुएटेड सुन. सो आइएम कन्फिडेन्ट द्याट आइएम गोइङ टु गेट लाइक गुड जब्स हियर हुन्छ नि, विथ द अमाउन्ट अफ स्किल्स द्याट आई हेभ, द एजुकेसन द्याट आई हेभ. अनि त्यो चाहिँ अलिकति कस्तो भन्दाखेरि उहाँहरूले चाहिँ युआर गेटिङ इन्टु समथिङ एल्स हुन्छ नि, इन्टायरली डिफ्रेन्ट. यत्रो पढ्यो हुन्छ नि, त्यो चाहिँ थियो जस्तो लाग्यो क्या मलाई पनि भएको थियो हुन्छ नि. अब मैले बिबिए पढिसकेँ हुन्छ नि, बिकज अब सबैको दिमागमा त के हुन्छ, कलेज पढ्यो अब 9 to 5 एन्ड देन जस्ट कर्पोरेट एन्ड यु जस्ट गो अन आफ्टर द्याट. अनि त्यसपछि त्यही हो, कन्भिन्स चाहिँ हुनुभएको थिएन यस्तो पनि हुन्छ भनेर. तर वान्स इट स्टार्टेड कमिङ इन अनि त्यसपछि ओके नाउ इट्स लाइक they've been used to this situation.
I think like that's like a key के भन्ने हाम्रो नेपालीको कम्युनिटीमा चाहिँ like they will say like don't do this, किन गर्छ यस्तो हैन, because they're not used to seeing sometimes like यस्तो खालको पैसा coming in. अनि especially social media मा नि धेरै मान्छेहरूले buy this buy that भन्छ नि त, but when you're actually making money and they see that you're making money, then they're like okay, like I'll just let.
I mean they're always supportive हुन्छ नि, मलाई जे गर्दाखेरि पनि यसमा पनि they were very supportive हुन्छ, गर लाइक मैले भने एक्सप्लेन गरेँ कि, अनि they were very supportive. तर I think अलिकति there was a small part of them which was still not convinced fully हुन्छ नि, okay this is gonna work out भनेर. Especially when I told them like हुन्छ नि म पछि गएर 2-3 वर्षमा I am going to be a sales manager and I'm going to earn like 50K भनेर मैले भनेको थिएँ कि मेरो ड्याडीलाई. अनि was like okay कसरी हुन्छ यस्तो.
Do you think you thought that तिम्रो माइन्डमा चाहिँ like before you got into high ticket sales, were you expecting you would be making this sort of money like where you're at right now?
I mean I thought I would be making more because I've always been very ambitious हुन्छ नि. Honestly भन्नुपर्दाखेरि I'm very materialistic kind of person, like I'm not going to lie and be like okay I'm not materialist, I don't need money. I really feel like okay this is something that really drives me हुन्छ नि. And I think that's the reason why I'm in this industry, because for people who are not driven by money, by the all of this thing, I don't think it's the right place for them as well.
Yeah.
So I think I mean मैले चाहिँ बढी नै एक्सपेक्ट गरिरहेको छु, especially like coming days मा 1-2 years होइन. So but at the same time like I was still not convinced हुन्छ नि यति चाँडै चाहिँ हुन्छ भनेर चाहिँ I didn't expect.
Yeah, everyone's got like their own way of achieving more हैन. कोहीको like different reasons हुन्छ, कोहीको like for example myself as well, money एकदम materialistic छु हैन. Now of course like if I'm going to work hard for it, if you work hard for it, you might as well just reward yourself हैन. And if that's the thing that makes you earn more money, then do you हैन, you got to do what you got to do. Whereas some people they like to invest it, or they like to give money to their family, which I'm sure I do, which you do as well. But some people have their own ways of making more money, and कोहीलाई चाहिँ materialistic हुन्छ अनि that makes them make more money. So everyone's got their own ways as well. Okay, Priyasha, so of course तिमीले short term goals हरु hit गरिसकेको छौ. So what's your like mid term goals and long term goals within high ticket sales?
So I want to become a closer mid-term मा चाहिँ हुन्छ नि, in few months, probably like next month if it's possible, and I'm aiming for it. So I'm also like, I don't know if I should say this, but I'm also going to try and work for other offers as well, because I do have a lot of free time हुन्छ नि अहिले यो अफरमा. किन भन्दाखेरि it's like up and down when it comes to high ticket होइन. अनि so I was like maybe I should work on being a closer for other offer भनेर. अनि त्यसपछि so midterm is closer, but in long run I really want to become a sales manager because
that's where the money's at.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I know like the money is at like becoming a growth operator, but I feel like I'm more of a sales manager kind of person,
Yeah.
So I feel like that's where I see myself, and that's not even like a long-term goal. I would say I want to give myself around like 2 or 2.5 years of time.
Yeah, definitely. I think with the trajectory that Timi अहिले गइरहेको छौ नि, like for sure you'll be able to hit sales manager role. And it's just a case of like experience as well, Hannah. Like you can't be a sales manager after like 6 months being in the high
Yeah.
ticket sales, right? You have to have like some sort of experience in you as well. अनि किनकि अब सेल्स म्यानेजर भएपछि त तिमीले त अरूहरूलाई सिकाउनु पऱ्यो नि त होइन, लाइक एडभाइस रोल प्लेहरू गरेछ अनि यु हेभ टु गिभ देम फिडब्याक्स, अनि आफूले नै अब दिन मिलेन भने त इट डजन्ट मेक सेन्स. सो आई थिङ्क लाइक मिनिमम सेल्स म्यानेजरको लागि absolute minimum, I've seen people do it in 1 year, but those people already have like sales experience पहिला के होइन. But even I've seen people like with no sales experience that became like a sales manager after 1 year. So it all just depends on like your hunger के होइन. As you know, like sales is all volume, all numbers. Like I'm sure, have you watched the movie Wolf of Wall Street?
No.
But yeah, that's like a prime. I always reference Wolf of Wall Street to anything. It's a sales movie, Leonardo DiCaprio. And it's all about sales. It's all about just volume, right? Like the more like dial. I'm sure, like I don't know how many dials, how many people you've rang up, but has there ever been a point where you've been like, or where you like, I'm gonna keep going because the more dials you make, the more money you make as well?
Not really. I mean, मलाई चाहिँ रमाइलो लाग्छ गफ गर्नु हुन्छ नि मान्छेहरूसँग. Like I said, appointment setting is all about, you know, just talking to people, helping them out, होइन. So I think, yeah, I mean, त्यस्तो अल्छी चाहिँ लाग्दैन मलाई त्यो काम गर्दाखेरि. मलाई चाहिँ रमाइलो, especially when the lead is like very warm, they're very, you know, like sharing their part of story also हुन्छ नि, त्यो पनि एकदम रमाइलो लागिरहेको हुन्छ. But no, I haven't felt like that.
No, it's good. It's good. Like at the end of the day, like I've seen a lot of people that like coffee khadai त्यो के भन्छ त्यसलाई, like you have to be, the energy चाहिँ at a constant high नै हुनुपर्छ नि त होइन यो सेल्समा हुन. अनि there are some people like yourself that actually enjoy it, even though like almost everyone enjoys it as well. There are some people that like drink like 5-6 Red Bull and start jumping on calls, stuff like that. So yeah, everyone's got their own way. Another question that I wanted to ask is like, because obviously your high ticket sales when you go Nepal mata is pretty much unheard of, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm sure people that watch my content, they're like, what is this guy talking about? So what opportunity do you see like high ticket sales for our Nepali audience in Nepal? Because no one knows about it, right? So what message would you like to put out there for them?
I would say that it's a really good growing industry right now, you know, especially like Nepalese-हरूको लागि. Because I also used to work full time somewhere in Nepal हुन्छ नि before. अनि honestly भन्नुपर्दाखेरि सबैजनालाई चाहिँ यस्तो normalize भइसक्यो idea हुन्छ नि that you're getting a very minimum wage salary per month basis मा, होइन, which is I think, I don't know how much is it, but it's around 17,000 or 18,000 rupees, होइन, which is so less. अहिले सोच्दाखेरि हुन्छ नि, किन भन्दाखेरि when you see the cost of everything, cost of living around Nepal or anywhere हुन्छ नि, बाहिरको त के कुरा गर्ने, नेपालमा यति हाई छ होइन, त्यो अनुसार हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ the amount of salary that the companies pay is just not
bad, isn't it?
Not good, because obviously like you're working really hard हुन्छ नि, especially when you're working full time. So overtime भइदिन्छ कहिले के हुन्छ. So basically overtime को पनि they pay you कति 100 रुपैयाँ 200 रुपैयाँ.
Yeah.
So
I mean, even doctors make like only 17-18 months. I don't know, but
I don't know about that, but I think it's very less, I would say, होइन, किन भन्दाखेरि मान्छेहरूले बुझेकै छैन के cost of living कस्तो हुन्छ. अनि I feel like more it's like it's normalized के, जति पाइरहेको छ ओके फाइन, दिस इज नर्मल भनेर होइन. अनि मलाई पनि त्यस्तै लाग्थ्यो कि मैले पनि आई थिङ्क मेरो पनि मन्थली स्यालेरी चाहिँ धेरै थिएन क्या, 20 अराउन्ड 20 थियो कि. अनि आई युज टु बी सो ह्याप्पी बिकज ओके दिस इज सो मच मनी जस्तो लाग्थ्यो कि. अभियसली आई डोन्ट ह्याभ टु पे एनी बिल्स त्यो बेला, केही पनि तिर्नु पर्दैन थियो, विच आइ एम भेरी लकी फर होइन. तर it's just normalized होइन. अनि getting into high sales myself, मेरो एक्सपिरियन्समा चाहिँ मलाई बल्ल रियलाइज भयो कि देयर सो मच आउट देयर हुन्छ नि. It's not just about money but the opportunity that you get हुन्छ नि. So नेपालमा बसेर you're making money but you're just staying here, you're just living life होइन. अनि त्यसपछि high ticket sales, even if you earn like $1,000 a month, which is like minimum amount of numbers in high ticket sales, it's more than anything in Nepal.
Yeah, that's still like what? Kati ho lakh ma, like 4, 5, 6, something like that. 4, 5,
No,
6.
no,
Or
I
is it
think
3?
it's
2? I don't
1,000 is like 1 lakh,
Oh, it's more.
1 lakh 30 something thousand, I think.
$1 lakh, 30,000.
No, $1,000.
Okay.
Yeah, $1,000 say.
So $1,000 is like 3 lakhs?
No.
How much is that?
130 something होला.
Okay.
Which is like
Yeah, it's
a
still
lot,
good.
right?
Yeah.
Nepalko लागि.
That's
Ani-
like double, triple,
Oh.
quadruple, not even double,
त्यही
right?
त अनि त्यसपछि मैले त्यही भने लाइक मैले त्यो 250 पाउँदाखेरि पनि आज लाइक ओके द्याट्स अ लट हुन्छ नि मेबी बाहिर नहोला होइन बाहिर त एकछिनमा सकिन्छ होला तर नेपालको लागि एकदम धेरै हो होइन
Yeah.
सो इभन इफ युआर लाइक डुइङ लाइक अ नर्मल जब हाई टिकट सेल्समा अपोइन्टमेन्ट सेरिङमै बस्न मन छ क्लोजर बन्न मन छैन हुन्छ नि देन यु क्यान गो फर इट बिकज अपोइन्टमेन्ट सेरिङमा पनि युआर गोन अर्न इजिली $2,000 होइन सो नेपालीहरूको लागि चाहिँ एकदम इम्पोर्टेन्ट छ भन्छु म चाहिँ किन भन्दाखेरि आई नो इट्स भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट द्याट यु वर्क इन यर कन्ट्री फर यर कन्ट्री बट it's just I would say it was just not worth it for me in my
Yeah.
case,
You
and I
get to
feel
a
like
certain point, isn't it?
I feel like a lot of people feel that way too because it's so frustrating. 9 to 5,
Yeah.
9 to 5 and also 9 to 6 huncha kasai.
Yeah.
It's just very frustrating, and yeah, I would say it's just not worth it, especially not for me.
So now timle chai like you make your previous monthly salary like one deal close garera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I make more than what I used to make in a day. के कहिलेकाहीँ हुन्छ नि
Yeah.
more than भन्दा नि डबल ट्रिपल नै हुन्छ कहिलेकाहीँ त सो
Yeah. That's how I always like view it as well. Like a bit of a funny story. Like म night out गएँ भने क्या होइन like party गर्न गयो भने राति साथीहरूसँग if I'm gonna spend a certain amount like I always think okay if I spend like $200-300 as a that's like one sale anyway so I might as well just do it खालको क्या
cool.
so I don't know if that's like a good perspective to have or a bad perspective that yeah that like I kind of do that sometimes as well which is I
Yeah.
don't know if it's good or bad.
No, I mean, I have the same टेस्ट नै हुन्छ मलाई पनि
Like-
हुन्छ नि
like-
केही कुरामा पैसा स्पेन्ड गर्दाखेरि ए यति त हो हुन्छ नि बिकज स्पेसली वान्स यु स्टार्ट अर्निङ इन डलर्स होइन अनि त्यस्तो हुँदाखेरि चाहिँ अनि यस्तो सोच्छु कि म ओके when I'm spending like 5,000, 10,000, okay, it's just what, $50?
Yeah,
$60,
it's not even one
okay.
sale, right?
Yeah, so it's
Data.
like okay, this is that's like it's very important in the sense like हुन्छ त्यो style of living पनि uplift हुन्छ भनौँ न like
Yeah.
if you're earning बाहिरको salary while you're staying Nepal then why not do it
Yeah.
why do you need to go abroad हुन्छ नि
Exactly.
त्यो चाहिँ एउटा राम्रो opportunity because people are already working abroad नेपालमा बाहिर
Yeah.
गइ नै रहेको छ होइन so एउटा good point is you don't have to go away from your family so
Yeah,
that's a
exactly.
good
अनि
thing.
नेपालीहरूको चाहिँ like हाम्रो work ethic I feel like it's above anyone else जस्तो लाग्छ कि
Yeah.
मलाई I feel like we will always give an extra effort than अरू मान्छेहरू अनि sales त अब pretty much similar नै हो नि त होइन
Yeah,
like you
त्यो
just
चाहिँ हो.
outwork everyone else so that's why I feel like नेपालीहरू चाहिँ we are made for sales जस्तो कि होइन especially
Yeah.
those that can really talk it's just refining how you say things and if you can master sales then you can literally make a lot of money even नेपालमा बसेर नि
Yeah,
हैन
त्यो त हो लाइक आई अग्री जस्तो तपाईँले भन्यो नेपालीहरूको नेचुरली नै आउँछ कि हाम्रो बानी नै छ त गफ गर्ने हुन्छ नि लाइक त्यो आफ्नोपन हुन्छ जोसँग पनि होइन अनि द्याट हेज रियली हेल्प मी अल्सो के किनभने म गफ गरिरहेको हुन्छु बेसिकली कुरा गर्ने त हो नि होइन सो इफ यु क्यान टक वेल कम्युनिकेट वेल त्यो फ्रेमवर्कमा बसेर होइन आई थिङ्क इट्स लाइक इट जस्ट कम्स नेचुरली
You know what I've learned about नेपालीहरू It's like we are very introverts धेरै जसो नेपालीहरू क्या धेरै
Yeah.
बोल्दिन तर once we start talking once we get comfortable then it's like we will go at it जस्तो क्या अनि
त्यसै
that's
हो.
like in sales like सुरुमा अलिकति गाह्रो हुन्छ but once you learn the fundamentals then you just literally 110 miles per hour as well so yeah अनि just a little bit about तिम्रो lifestyle now होइन compared to what it used to be how would you say your life has changed compared to 6 months ago
I've started paying some of the bills myself. I think I don't know if that is a big accomplishment, but I think मेरो लागि चाहिँ हो हुन्छ नि किन भन्दाखेरि अब that's like the first step towards being an adult, like making your own money होइन अनि त्यो एउटा चाहिँ एकदम इम्पोर्टेन्ट कुरा हो किनभने आई डोन्ट थिङ्क इफ आई वाज वर्किङ इन नेपाल होइन अनि नर्मल जब गरेर यति चाँडै यति सानो टाइममा नै हुन्छ नि आई वुड बी लाइक सो इन्डिपेन्डेन्ट फाइनेन्सियली आई वुड स्टिल बी टेलिङ माई पेरेन्ट्स टु पे लाइक सम अफ द बिल्स हुन्छ नि यो गरिदिनु त्यो गरिदिनु भनेर आई थिङ्क द्याट्स लाइक one step towards financial independency, not completely, but a very important step. Apart from that, I can buy whatever I want to. I don't have to think or be like, okay, it's going to break my bank. It's going to be so much amount. And that's one of the very important thing for me as well. And so कतै जाँदाखेरि केही किन्दाखेरि I want to be able to do it comfortably, okay? Not to think about it a lot. So I think त्यो पनि change भएको छ किन पहिला चाहिँ अब I've been working since the age of I don't know 20-21 अनि त्यस्तो धेरै obviously कमाएको त थिएन नि त तर I do used to buy things for myself तर किन्दाखेरि चाहिँ म धेरै सोच्थेँ कि like is it worth it and because even like 5-10,000 was a big amount for me होइन त्यो बेलामा अनि त्यसपछि गर्ने र किन्ने र हुन्छ नि त्यस्तो हुन्थ्यो कि तर अहिले चाहिँ I feel like whenever I go somewhere no matter how much the bill comes and say I'm just comfortable okay like I can do this
you make it anyways yeah.
Like जतिसुकै bill आए पनि कतै रेस्टुरेन्टमा बसेर खाएर by the way I took my dad on his birthday to Solti Hotel like I think that's like a very big thing for me
yeah
because it's like a very big hotel अनि it didn't really worry me हुन्छ नि like bill आउँदाखेरि पनि I was like okay this is not a lot हुन्छ नि it's not going to break my bank like I've always wanted to take them somewhere like that but not in cost of my own bank balance or something so that wasn't like obviously expensive नै थियो त्यो ठाउँ तर I didn't feel like okay this is something that's going to cost me it's just a little amount so yeah that's a very big change for me.
Yeah, that's good to hear and I'm sure you have like a list of countries that you want to go to as well and in the next coming months or years time or even work remotely from Bali, Thailand, wherever so do you feel like you're at the stage to do that now?
I mean I do have like comfortable amount to just go somewhere and work remotely but I would say I would like to wait just a little more until I become a closer so that it's more like a big amount is coming every single week so I'm just waiting for that but hopefully that's gonna be sorted in like 2 to 3 months of time now.
So where's your first country like what country is going to be your first in the list to work abroad from?
My first country will always be Japan. I've always wanted to go there but I don't think I'll be going there first किन भन्दाखेरि I don't know visa पनि दिन्छ कि दिँदैन because I've never been to any other country except for India होइन so I think probably Thailand जान्छु कि जस्तो लागिरहेको छ मेरो दिदी पनि त्यही बस्नुहुन्छ so that would be an easier option but number one in the list will always be Japan. Like I want to go there I want to stay for like few months just explore and work and obviously I don't have to worry about working because I can do that from anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. All you need is just your laptop and Wi-Fi, right? And like you mentioned Thailand as well, like kati धेरै digital nomads because you're technically a digital nomad, right?
Yeah.
There are so many people in Thailand, even in Nepal, but I don't think we just know or heard of it as much. Tara Thailand there's such a big community of digital nomads and that do exactly what you're doing right now, okay?
Yeah.
Appointment setting, dialing, closing, and they're making 5, 10, 15, 20,000 dollars per month. And people don't really know the potential high ticket sales has.
Yeah, I think अहिले it's the right time to get in जस्तो लाग्छ कि मलाई मैले पनि अब अहिले स्टार्ट गरेँ I think this is a very right time किन भन्दाखेरि maybe who knows in 2-3 years it's gonna get so saturated हुन्छ नि कति धेरै आउँछ होला अनि obviously धेरै मान्छे भयो नि opportunities कम हुन्छ होइन so I feel like this is a high time हुन्छ नि to recognize that there's potential and get in like immediately if you are willing to take the risk obviously.
I started Scale Pro Nepal आउँदाखेरि अनि it's more so like I started it without even thinking that I was going to start it. Kinegi, me being a growth partner, I always need citizen clauses for my own offers that I work with, I partner up with. Ani मैले चाहिँ पहिला चाहिँ I always used to have like सेटिस क्लोजेसहरू चाहिँ युकेबाट क्या अनि लाइक कहिलेकाहीँ यत्तिकै छोडिदिने अनि मलाई चित्त पुग्दैन क्या लाइक यो गर भन्यो भने चाहिँ नगर्ने क्या अनि ठ्याक्कै त्यति बेला नेपाल आएको थिएँ एन्ड नेपाल आएर चाहिँ आई निडेड सिटिजन क्लोजेस एन्ड आई वाज लुकिङ फर सिटिजन क्लोजेस लाइक युकेमा होइन ओभरसिज एन्ड आई जस्ट ह्याड लाइक अ लाइट बल्ब मोमेन्ट क्या लाइक वाइ नट आई जस्ट होइन ट्रेन नेपालीहरू नेपालमा आएको बेला अनि it just came with a thought and I just started posting stories on my Instagram and it just came up from that and I just said like if you want to make money online as a setter or closer then I'll train you myself and not only you will make money from Nepal or even if you're in UK like you can make money as a setter or closer but I just feel like I trust you more okay? Like आफ्नै नेपाली मान्छेहरूलाई चलायो भने किनकि आई नो द्याट नेपालीहरू चाहिँ वे हार्ड वर्किङ नि त अनि द्याट्स हाउ इट रियली केम अबाउट लाइक इट जस्ट केम अप विथ अ थट अनि बरु म नै ट्रेन गर्छु म नै मेरो अफर्सहरूमा हालिदिन्छु अनि डिफ्रेन्ट अफर्सहरूमा नि मैले प्लेस गरिदिन्छु अनि इट्स अ विन विन राइट किनकि आई ट्रस्ट यु आई नो हु आम पुटिङ इन माई टिम अनि यु आर अल्सो मेकिङ मनी फ्रम different offers in different currencies as well. So it just came with a thought and I just started implementing it. And that's how this whole Scale Pro Nepal kind of built up as well. And it wasn't to like profit from anything like that as well. It was solely just to like help as much as I can. In return, I'll make money. You make money as well. So it's like a win-win for everyone. Yeah. And my main goal is just to help as many Nepalis as I can. And of course, sales is not for everyone as well, but as long as you try, then what's the worst that can happen? Like try garena bhani ta you just don't want to regret it in the future saying I should have done that. So yeah, like that's how it all just pretty much began Scale Pro Nepal and now we have 50 students in Scale Pro Nepal and my goal is to have 100 by the end of this year and yeah, like just I want to see more Nepali people win as well, Nepalbata. And also, I forgot to mention, I think मैले पहिला नि भनेको थिएँ where I was at a video call with different sales managers, growth operators अनि अलिक they heard that closes setters नेपालबाट छ भनेर like through me सुनेर रहेछ नि त अनि हाँस्यो क्या तिनीहरू they were like what नेपालबाट नि हुन्छ सेटर्सहरू भनेर that just like triggered me a little bit So I was like, like I'll do it to even prove them wrong. So it just gave me more of a boost. Yeah. And that's how I started going more harder in content. And he started to bring in more people. And just to also prove them wrong as well. Like in my head, I was like, how dare you just laugh at me like that? And that's how it all just came about. And still got a long way to go like नेपालीहरू बल्ल त अलिकति रेकग्नाइज हुँदैछ यो अनलाइन स्पेसमा अनि अ लट अफ नेपालीहरू नेपालमा युकेमा अस्ट्रेलिया युएस whatever like slowly चाहिँ हाम्रो युथहरू चाहिँ लाइक एकदम बढ्दैछौँ क्या अहिले लाइक मेकिङ मनी अनि it's just going upwards and onwards and there's a lot of potential and it's just doubling down and kind of working hard and he's taking it from there and just proving other people wrong as well at the same time
Yeah, I mean I've also felt that हुन्छ नि मैले इन्टरभ्युजहरू दिँदाखेरि चाहिँ मैले चाहिँ फर्स्ट म साउथ एसियाबाट हो भन्थेँ कि अनि त्यसपछि साउथ इस्ट एसियाबाट हो भनेर भनिरहेको हुन्थेँ आई डिडन्ट से लाइक म नेपालबाट हो भनेर चाहिँ डिरेक्टली भनेको थिएँ कि ओन्ली इफ दे आस्क हुन्छ नि अनि वान थिङ द्याट आई रियलाइज्ड इज हुन्छ नि म नेपालबाट हो भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ अलिकति आई कुड फिल अ लिटल बिट अफ हेजिटेसन हुन्छ नि त्यो अलिकति के गर्ने टाइपको हुन्छ नि अनि म एक्चुअली चाहिँ एउटा ग्रुप इन्टरभ्यू थियो आई डोन्ट नो इभन नो लाइक वाट वाज द्याट बट इट्स जस्ट लाइक देयर वर पिपल फ्रम पाकिस्तान हुन्छ नि यस्तो यस्तो कन्ट्रिजबाट पनि हुनुहुन्थ्यो अनि मैले चाहिँ लाइक कस्तो भने अपर्च्युनिटी धेरै नदिने रहेछ क्या बिकज दे फिल लाइक ओके दे आर नट क्वालिफाइड हुन्छ नि दे डोन्ट ह्याभ स्किल्स पत्याउँदै जस्तो लाग्छ क्या त्यो मलाई पनि फिल भएको छ But yeah, I mean, it's about growth over time. हुन्छ नि के हुन्छ भनेर.
Yeah.
अनि I've also seen like in your videos like Nepali अरूले पनि they've been very like skeptical के कति धेरै hate comments हरू देखिरहेको छु मैले.
Yeah.
Videos
I
मा.
was त्यो चाहिँ I'm used to it now अहिले चाहिँ.
Yeah, I mean,
सुरुमा चाहिँ
I found this comment on your video saying that you're a scammer or something
Yeah.
like that. It's just so, you know, it's funny because you cannot just assume things without and giving it a try and
Yeah.
just because somebody is like I said when I say to people like मलाई 2 वर्षभित्र I want to make like $50,000 a month and 2 वर्षपछि they are going to laugh at me हुन्छ नि like they're going to say कि पागल हो हुन्छ नि कि black money हो गर्ने हो कि यस्तो type of questions आउँछ नि त. So I think it's also awareness नभएर हो कि हुन्छ नि maybe they just like to have that blind hate towards people. I don't know.
Yeah, I think like those that always say, is it a scam? This guy's a scammer, are the ones that are not making money themselves. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they have nothing else to say but to say, oh, scammer. Because even with Scale Pro Nepal, मैले सुरुमा चाहिँ मैले फ्रीमै गरेको थिएँ नि त. Like I did it for free. I was actually teaching for free. But मान्छेहरू जोइन नै नगर्ने के कल्सहरूमा के. Because why? Because they don't see the value in it.
Yeah.
Free कुरा दियो भने people don't see the value. So that's why I stuck a price point in there. अनि बल्लको अलिक सिरियस मान्छेहरू आउँछ नि त. अनि प्राइस पोइन्ट हाल्ने बित्तिकै फेरि मान्छेहरू आर लाइक ओ स्क्याम, he's just doing it, selling a course, this and that. So it's just like one of those things that will never go away.
Yeah,
it's like internationally मान्छेहरू जे गरे नि anytime you're trying to help people, you're trying to do good, they will always say you're a scammer.
Yeah, त्यसै हो.
So
I mean awareness चाहिँ एकदम इम्पोर्टेन्ट छ किन मान्छेहरूलाई थाहा नै छैन. अहिले पनि मैले कसैलाई भन्छु नि लाइक ओके आम अपोइन्टमेन्ट सेटिङ हुन्छ नि म डायलिङ काम गरिरहेको छु नि लाइक वाट इज द्याट हुन्छ नि आइडियै छैन कि. सो अवेरनेस इज भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट यस्तो कुरामा स्पेसली वेन द वर्ल्ड इज लाइक ग्रोइङ सो फास्ट हुन्छ नि. यो इन्डस्ट्री भएको त धेरै वर्ष भएछ नि त अहिले पो हामीलाई बल्ल थाहा भइरहेको छ होइन. सो जस्ट अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड हाउ हुन्छ नि ब्याकवर्ड वी आर हुन्छ नि इन टर्म्स अफ द्याट किनभने कति धेरै अपर्च्युनिटिज छ कति धेरै कुरा छ अनि दिस इज जस्ट वान अफ द अपर्च्युनिटिज होइन. अनि इभन इफ युर लाइक saying like it's a scam, it's not going to work, if you're not giving it a try, you're going to stay where you are just like
yeah, exactly. Like the one thing you don't want is just having a regret.
Yeah.
And that's the one of the reasons why I also left the army. I didn't want to have a regret 20-30 years down the line saying, oh, I should have left when I was in my 20s. Because obviously my parents were like, किन छोड्न लाग्यो आर्मी यस्तो राम्रो गर्दैछस् हैन like you're doing well, you're going up the ranks, you're making money, but even the money was only like 2K a month. It's only pound, that's like one sale. Like I mentioned, but they don't see the vision that I see. So sometimes, like if you have a goal, if you have a vision, and if you're ambitious, then as much as you love your parents, you just have to do your own thing. And you ignore the outside noise and just go do it, because main kura chai you don't want to be 70-80 years old and just looking back and be like, wow, I should have done that. Or like I'm sure you've heard Jeff Bezos' line, I think I said it previously, is like, which life would you rather have? A life full of adventure and taking risks, and when you're 80 looking back, which one would you be more proud of? The adventure life or just a normal boring life with 9 to 5? Not saying 9 to 5 is bad or anything, but if you want to take it to the next level, if you want to make more money, then you don't really see a lot of 9 to 5 people making 20, 30, 40, 50K mark, whereas to like business owners making that much. It's just statistically, it's a fact.
त्यही त मलाई पनि त्यस्तै भएको बिकज लाइक आई सेड म बिबिए पढिरहेको थिएँ अनि काठमाडौँ युनिभर्सिटी is basically one of the best universities in Nepal हुन्छ नि. अनि मलाई सबैजनाले भन्थ्यो कि ओके यु गट इन्टु अ रियली गुड युनिभर्सिटी होइन तिमीलाई जब पाउन एकदम सजिलो हुन्छ. अनि अल्सो आई हेभ अल्सो रियलाइज हुन्छ नि किन भन्दाखेरि काठमाडौँ युनिभर्सिटीको सबै त एकदम राम्रो छ कि नेटवर्किङ द एकाडेमिक्स एन्ड एभ्रिथिङ द्याट इज देयर इज अमेजिङ होइन. अनि एकदम सजिलो चाहिँ हुन्थ्यो. एन्ड द्याट्स वाट आई हेभ बिन मेड to believe कि यही गर्नुपर्छ मैले पछि गएर हुन्छ नि I need to get into corporates अनि मलाई if you met me like 1 year ago I would be like okay I want to get into corporate हुन्छ अनि म नि त्यही भन्थ्यो होला के म यो गर्छु किन मेरो माइन्डसेट नै त्यस्तो थियो तर like I said that there's so much more to this world हुन्छ नि मलाई चाहिँ म एकदम ambitious छु हुन्छ नि मलाई explore गर्न मन लाग्छ and I want to get into like higher places हुन्छ नि अनि मैले realize गरेँ कि अब मैले if म नेपालमा बसेर like I said, it's not bad हुन्छ नि getting into corporate you're a CEO like anything it's amazing but for someone like me who's very ambitious and you know just wants to grind मलाई कस्तो फिल भयो भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ म यता कति नै ठुलो मान्छे भए पनि जति नै ठुलो पोस्टमा पुगे पनि when I go to other countries हुन्छ नि abroad जाँदाखेरि I'll just be a normal person होइन and which I don't want to be like I want to get that exposure where I get to people who are like you know in that level okay अब इन्टरनेसनली चाहिँ काम गर्न मन थियो मलाई जहिले पनि अनि त्यो चाहिँ मैले रियलाइज गरेँ कि इफ आई डु दिस आइम गोना गेट स्टक हुन्छ नि म जहिले यहीँ अड्किरहेको छु अनि इट वाज अ रिस्क होइन किन भन्दाखेरि एउटा सेटल्ड हुन्छ नि सबै पाथ चाहिँ पेभ गरिसकेकोमा नहिँडिकन चाहिँ एकैचोटि चेन्ज गर्नु स्पेसली वेन युआर ग्रेजुएटिङ इन द सेम इयर होइन इट्स समथिङ द्याट्स लाइक भेरी स्केरी to me as well but it's a risk that you are willing to take you know to get where you want to be in life and that's what I did it was very hard it was scary first math okay मलाई अहिले पनि कहिले काहीँ चाहिँ हुन्छ नि like there's a very little part of me हुन्छ नि किन भन्दा मेरो साथीहरू they're doing great in like different corporates offices हुन्छ नि एकदम राम्रो गरिरहेछ अनि मलाई चाहिँ हुन्छ नि I just feel like I am like an outcast okay? Because I'm doing something entirely different हुन्छ नि nobody's gonna understand this तर at the same time I'm like okay this is gonna get me where I want to be so I need to have that patience
exactly अनि you know तिमीले चाहिँ when you first came in like into high ticket sales as well right मान्छेहरू चाहिँ you think that the opportunity is gonna come to you like I've got a few friends that tell me like I'm gonna be a millionaire by 30 and I'm telling them okay have you got anything planned and they're like no I don't have anything planned but I know I'll be a millionaire by 30 people think that opportunity is just going to come at you but it's never going to come at you you need to go find opportunities and I 100% know that धेरै नेपाली मान्छेहरू चाहिँ we're all ambitious because obviously Nepal but it's अलिकति poor country नै हो नि त हैन compared to any other countries out there so that's how I know that subconsciously Nepaliहरू चाहिँ we're born to do something great but we just don't take that action because we just want to be at our own comfortable bubble अनि potential कति धेरै छ so that's why I always urge like Nepaliहरू whether you're late teens mid teens 20s 30s just do it like what's the worst that can happen अनि like young भएको बेला त हो नि त हैन like riskहरू लिने अनि even if it fails at least you've done something that you've tried whereas not doing anything because 100% everyone fails I've failed you failed so many people have failed but without failure as well like you're not really taking a big step forward you definitely always need to fail to progress in life as well so always like to those that are watching like just go look for opportunities it's not going to come to you so Priyasha you know to those that are looking to get started into high ticket sales do you have any message for them
like I said it's the risk हुन्छ नि हामीले लास्टमा लिने भनेको रिस्क नै हो लाइफमा अनि like I said I have a lot of people coming into my DMs हुन्छ नि asking me if it's gonna work how does it work basically हुन्छ नि के हो यो बुझेकै हुँदैन हैन so what I would like to say is that it's a really good industry to get in. It's a very high time that you do because it's a growing industry. It hasn't reached like it's go peak ma अझै पनि पुगेको छैन जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई there's still a lot of things to do हैन अनि opportunities यति धेरै छ हैन you just need to get out of your way you need to take that risk and just go for it अनि अब अर्को कुरा भनेको चाहिँ इट गोज बोथ वेज लाइक आई सेड हुन्छ नि यु गेट इन टु द मेन्टरसिप you learn a lot of things but at the same time you should be willing to learn and do what it needs to take होइन आफै पनि रिसर्च गर्नु पऱ्यो आफै पनि अब म चाहिँ के गर्थेँ भन्दाखेरि आई टु रोल प्लेज विथ माई फ्रेन्ड्स के साथीहरूसँग तपाईँसँग गरेँ होला मैले है विथ स्केल प्रोकै कम्युनिटीकै मान्छेहरूसँग पनि कति गरिरहेको हुन्थेँ अनि इट्स जस्ट हाउ मच युआर विलिङ टु गिभ इन के जस्तो म अब हेरौँ के हुन्छ नि लाइक म मेन्टरसिप जोइन गर्छु लेट्स सी इफ दिस इज गन वर्क हुन्छ नि त्यस्तो भयो भने चाहिँ आई डोन्ट थिङ्क इट्स गन वर्क के यु निड टु बी भेरी सिरियस अबाउट इट बिकज एट द एन्ड अफ द डे इट्स गन बी यर करियर इट्स नट गन बी समथिङ द्याट यु डु पार्ट टाइम हुन्छ नि युर गन डु लाइक ओके यतिकै हावा तालमा गर्ने कुरा होइन त सो युआर मेकिङ अ करियर आउट अफ इट सो जस्तो सिरियसनेस तपाईँले आफ्नो कलेज डिग्रीमा लगाउनुहुन्छ अर इभन एनिथिङ द्याट यु गो फर you should be doing the same. You cannot be half and half about this. And yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, there are a lot of opportunities. And it's just like, म चाहिँ कसरी हेर्छु भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ यो तपाईँलाई थाहा छ नेपालको गभर्मेन्ट अफिसर बन्न कति गाह्रो छ भनेर इट्स भेरी हार्ड लाइक यु हेभ टु गिभ एक्जाम्स लोकसेवाहरू दिनुपर्छ होइन तर वान्स यु गेट इन इट्स नट द्याट हार्ड हुन्छ नि सजिलो हुन्छ लाइफ सो आई टेक दिस एज अ सेम वे हुन्छ नि मलाई यो इन्डस्ट्रीमा छिर्नु एकदम गाह्रो भएको थियो कि लाइक टु गेट इन द रोल हुन्छ नि टु एक्चुली सेटल इन एकदम गाह्रो भयो कति मन्थ्स एन्ड मन्थ्स लाग्यो आउटरिच दिनमा 40-50जना अझ बढीलाई नै गर्थेँ मैले होइन सो छिर्न एकदम गाह्रो हुन्छ तर वान्स यु गेट इन हुन्छ नि इट्स लाइक you know what to do okay it comes naturally the process is not that lengthy also so yeah it's like about getting in
yeah exactly and people think that it's easy it's definitely not easy
yeah
but if it was easy everyone would be doing it ana
सजिलो
भएको भए त सबैले गर्थे नि त
I think it's like मान्छेहरूलाई त्यो जुन इन्डस्ट्रीमा छिर्ने जुन प्रोसिजर हुन्छ नि त्यो नै डर लाग्छ जस्तो लाग्छ क्या मलाई पनि त्यस्तो लाग्थ्यो जस्तो अब आउटरिच गरेर रेस्पोन्स आउँछ आउँदैन हुन्छ नि कन्सिस्टेन्ट हुन गाह्रो हुन्छ बिकज you don't get any replies or any response for like so many days होइन अनि त्यो हुँदाखेरि चाहिँ मान्छेहरूलाई त्यो प्रोसेस चाहिँ डरलाग्दो लाग्छ जस्तो लाग्छ क्या लाइक पाउने हो कि होइन यो हो कि होइन बट वान्स यु ल्यान्ड अ रोल इट्स जस्ट यु नो सजिलो हुन्छ काम गर्न चाहिँ गाह्रो हुन्छ अभियसली किन भन्दाखेरि आफ्नो रोल त राम्ररी गर्नु पऱ्यो तर इट्स लाइक द करियर वाइज करियर पाथ चाहिँ एकदमै राम्रो हुन्छ
एक्ज्याक्टली
Yeah, I mean, it's something that people ask me a lot. Okay, जस्तो तिमी अहिले यो काम गरेर सो यसको करियर पाथ चाहिँ के छ त यसको लङ टर्म चाहिँ के छ त हुन्छ नि यो पनि क्वेसन्स एकदम धेरै आइरहेको हुन्छ कि लाइक लङ टर्ममा हुन्छ कि हुँदैन लाइक अनि स्पेसली अस्ति सोसियल मिडिया ब्यान हुँदाखेरि चाहिँ पिपल वर कन्सर्न के म पनि एकैछिन लाइक ओके वाट टु डु जस्तो भएको थियो कि किनभने वाट्सएपहरू सबै ब्यान भयो होइन अनि त्यसपछि मलाई पनि त्यस्तै भएको थियो सबैजनालाई त्यो कन्फ्युजन हुन्छ बिकज अ लट अफ थिङ्स आर गोइङ अन तर लाइक आई सेड हुन्छ नि वान्स यु गेट इन इट्स अल क्लियर के सो यो क्वेसन्सहरू चाहिँ आउँछ दिमागमा तर यु निड टु फाइन्ड अ वे टु यु नो ट्याकल दिज क्वेसन्स एन्ड जस्ट गेट इन
Yeah, exactly. So what's next for Priyasha then?
Probably like in 2 years you'll watch me become a sales manager in many different roles, hopefully in maybe probably at least 3 I would say. So yeah, that's like the next step for me.
Yeah, definitely. You know, with like I mentioned Ogine, with the trajectory and everything that's going on in your life right now, you working in different offers right now, I'm sure that you're going to hit that 5, not even 5, you've already hit that 5k. You're going to hit the 15, 20, 30, 40, 50k per month. Kiniki, you've tasted it now.
Yeah.
You've made 5k, you're going to definitely be making 10k, 15k. Kiniki, the process the same ne honda na?
Yeah,
it's the same process. You're not doing anything different, you're doing the same thing. It's just, yes, different offer but the process is still the same. You've learned the fundamentals. It's just like rinse and repeating now. And yeah, I have no doubt that you will be, in that sales manager role and you'll be managing different offers in the future as well. So I'm excited to see you, and then us jumping on another podcast style video in, let's say, next year, and who knows, maybe it might be in Thailand, you know.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah. I would really like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I always seen myself. हुन्छ नि मलाई बच्चादेखि म भन्थेँ कि सबैजना मलाई अफिसमा बसेर काम गर्न मन छैन. I don't want to do 9 to 5 हुन्छ नि, it's so monotonous. अनि I don't know what to do के, like के गर्ने त अब यो नगरे के गर्ने जस्तो हुन्थ्यो. तर अहिले चाहिँ it's like, you know, you need to trust the timing as well हुन्छ नि. यो चाहिँ हुँदो रहेछ जस्तो भयो कि.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like I've manifested this.
Manifestation is so real. And to those that are going to be watching this video, if you're like aligiti ambitious by ni, if you want to do something with your life, just look into high ticket sales. Just go on YouTube, high ticket sales, remote closer, appointment setter, and just watch a couple of videos. You'll also learn like a lot of insights from it as well. And especially if you want like a life with adventure, aligiti location freedom as well. Kinegi youth model that you can literally do this anywhere in the world, Nitana.
Yeah, I think everybody is so chill about it. कि अब मैले अर्को रिमोट जब गरेको भए हुन्छ नि, लाइक अफिस खालको तर रिमोट जब गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ आई थिङ्क इट वुड हेभ बिन अलिकति भयो नि प्रब्लम के वाइ यु आर नट यु नो सिटिङ इन अ प्लेस एन्ड डुइङ यर वर्क भनेर. तर यसमा चाहिँ अब अस्ति न म चितवन गएको थिएँ होइन, अनि त्यसपछि माई सेल्स म्यानेजर वाज सो चिल अबाउट इट कि लाइक मैले भनेको मेरो फ्लाइट छ आम गोइङ हियर अनि इज लाइक आर यु इन्जोइङ हुन्छ नि. कामको मिटिङमा पनि त्यस्तो कुरा हुन्छ कि आई डोन्ट थिङ्क द्याट्स एभर गन ह्यापन इन एनी अदर इन्डस्ट्री कि.
You don't really have a boss, Kiana.
Yeah, it's the रमाइलो के like team members are पनि they're always traveling themselves, they're enjoying life, so you don't have that के भन्छ bad office environment in there because everybody is like so cheerful and they're always hyping you up हुन्छ नि. अनि especially like high ticket sales मा you earn how much you work हुन्छ नि, like आफूमै डिपेन्ड हुन्छ कति कमाउने भनेर होइन. So I don't think sales manager or the company even has to worry हुन्छ नि यसले काम गरिरहेको छ कि छैन भनेर, किनभने if I don't work I don't get the money, right? So it's a good thing हुन्छ नि. Especially when you're getting how much you're putting in, okay?
Yeah, exactly. Like it's all up to you, Hana. If you don't want to work, then you don't make money. If you work, you make money. So that's why I also love this industry. It's like you are like your own boss, just self-employed. You don't have anyone telling you what to do. And if they do, like if the growth partner or the sales manager do say like, you need to do this, this is more so just so you make more money as well.
Like they don't really tell us what to do. It's more like they tell us what's going to happen next month when you हुन लाग्छ भनेर. So they're just asking us to prepare के अब यस्तो हुन लाग्छ, so you need to prepare yourself. Because अस्ति last webinar मा I dialed, I don't know, in 3 days I dialed about 150 people, probably even more than that, right? So it's just the preparation that came before. Nobody told me you have to dial 80 manche din man. Nobody told me like you have to do this, you have to send this, and कसैले पनि भनेको थिएन. तर they just prepped me up यस्तो हुन लागेको छ, and there is a possibility that there is going to be ethical lead flow अनि you have to like हुन्छ नि prepare yourself भनेर चाहिँ भनेको थियो. So everything I did myself. Nobody came to me during those times, the busy weeks हुन्छ नि, to tell me why are you not doing this, why are you not hitting the KPI, why are you not sending the emails. So that does not happen here. So I think that's the best part, especially for people who want to work for themselves. Who does not like, for me example हुन्छ नि, मलाई पनि राम्रो लाग्दैन कसैले मलाई यो गर त्यो गर भन्यो भने हुन्छ नि. अनि I think this is like a perfect industry for people like myself.
Yeah, exactly. Well, guys, there you have it. First of all, Priyasha, thank you for coming on. And I'm so glad that you came on, and I'm so glad that you were like pretty much my first student / member that was in this program. And to see you going from 0 to making like 5K a month, it's amazing to see your growth as well. And I cannot wait to see more growth that you're gonna make it happen, and you earning more, just leveling up in life as well. And I'm sure we're gonna jump on another call. Another call, another podcast in the next couple of months or even next year, just to see where you're at, and then we can take it from there. But if anyone wants to find you on your social media, where can they find you?
Well, I'm very active on my Instagram out of all my social media handles. So you can just drop me a DM and Sunny privately. Like you can ask me about Scale Pro or even like high ticket sales. So I can tell you about my journey. Obviously, this video is gonna help a lot of people. किन भन्दा जुन क्वेसन्सहरू सोध्नुहुन्थ्यो त्यो मैले अलरेडी आन्सर पनि गरिसक्यो अहिले नै होइन But apart from that, like if you want to know anything, you can just come to me, you can text me, and I can help you out, obviously. And yeah, I mean, thank you so much, Abish, for having me here today, and also for like doing what you do, because it has helped me, and it has helped a lot of other people who have been in the mentorship for a while. So it's like you're uplifting the lives, you're helping people, and I think that's a really great thing to do. किन भन्दाखेरि a world is already like falling apart and sunny. It's really hard to get opportunities, and you're someone who's training people and giving them the opportunities in their hands. So it's like something yeah, I mean it's something really great to do, and yeah, that's something that you should be proud of yourself too.
Thank you. Yeah, it's something new that I have implemented. So myself as well, Anna, I'm learning every day, so yeah, taking each day as it comes as well. But yeah, I'll leave your Instagram handle on the description as well, so all the viewers, you can find her on the description. And also guys, before I end it off, I'm also running a webinar on the 11th of October. It's a Saturday. And this is where I'm going to go through all things high ticket sales, appointment setting, closing, everything step by step. So if you want to learn how to get started in high ticket sales, then please do join the webinar. And there is a small fee associated with it. It is 500 Nepali rupees for those based in Nepal, and it's £3 for those based in overseas, UK, wherever. And the reason for this entry fee is just so I'm only getting like serious people as well, just to keep it like as honest as possible. And every individual that do join, त्यो सबै पैसा collected भएको चाहिँ it's all going through your Gen Z को के भन्छ charity anyways. So the more people that can come, the more that the Gen Z individuals that were injured is going to get donated to them as well. So yeah, I have nothing else to say, but yeah guys, thank you for tuning in, and I hope you guys found this valuable, and we'll definitely be doing another one of this in the near future. So thank you. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks.